Chapter 9. Analysis of data. Statistical analysis, or statistics, is concerned with the development application of method and techniques. There are two major areas or type of statistics: theoretical and applied. Roles of statistics. Statistics facilitate drawing general conclusions based on specific data. Cautions in using statistics. I'm additional to keeping in mind that the statistics analysis is cannot do the interpretation that the researcher should be aware of other concerns in using statistics. Steps involved in statistical analysis. Regarding of the specific techniques or tasks employed, there are certain basic steps common to virtually all statistical analyses. The establishment of categories. The identification or establishing of categories should take place before the data are gathered. In establishing categories, 4 basic rules or guidelines should be followed. 1. The set of categories or values for any one variable should be derived from a single classification principle. 2. Each set of categories should be exhaustive. 3. The categories within each set should be mutually exclusive. 4. Last but not least, the development of categories should be based on a sound knowledge of the subject matter and an anticipation of likely responses. Coding the data. In actually coding the data, researchers traditionally have transcribed the observations or scores for each individual or case from the data collection instrument to coding or transfer sheet. One of the most important considerations in coding is reliability. After the data have been prepared and saved as an electronic file, they can be analyzed using a software program such as those identified later in this chapter. Analyzing the data. Descriptive statistics. Once the data are ready to be analyzed, the researcher can choose to utilize descriptive statistics. Inferential, that they can perform. 1. At the most basic level, the statistics can indicate how many persons object score or whatever achieved each value for every variable that was measured. 2. When it may be difficult to grasp the overall meaning of frequency distribution tables, pictorial representation can be used to portray a variety of characteristics of the cases or individuals with respect to the variable or variables measured. 3. Descriptive statistics are capable of characterizing what is typical in a group of cases. 4. Descriptive statistics can indicate how widely cases in a group vary. 5. Descriptive statistics can measure the relationship between or among the different variables in the data. The 6th basic function that descriptive statistics can perform is to describe the difference between 2 or more groups of individuals. Analyzing the data. Inferential statistics. Using inferential statistics are first described. One could measure the loss rate for a sample of books, and then predict the loss rate for the entire population or collection based on the sample. Statistics. Parametric statistics. Parametric statistics require the assumption of a normal population or distribution. However, if the sample drawn from the population has 100 or more cases, the normality assumption can almost be relaxed. Parametric tests also assume that the variance of ECH randomly drawn. Some examples of frequently used parametric tests the following. 1. Z-test. This test using standard scores tests the difference between a group's results and the results that would be expected due to chance alone. 2. Students t-test. A test that can be used in place of the Z-test. 3. Difference of means. A commonly used statistical test which utilizes the t-statistics. 4. Analysis of variance. A statistical test which represents an extension of the difference of means test. 5. Post-HOC test. These TES. The statistical significance of differences between group means that have an overall difference calculated after an ANOVA or a regression analysis has been done. A. Turkey's honestly significant difference. B. SCAF test. 6. Reliability coefficient. A. Statistics that indicates the reliability of measurement. A. Cronbach's. B. Kuda-Richardson. 7. Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient. This test generally is referred to as simply the correlation coefficient. 8. Regression. A type analysis that, as is the case for correlation. Non-parametric statistics. Non-parametric tests are usually but not always used with ordinal level data. 5 common examples are as follows. 1. Chi-square test X. 2. Mann-Whitney U test. 3. Wilcoxon-Sign test. 4. Spearman rank order correlation or Spearman. 5. Kruskal-Wallis test. Selecting the appropriate statistical test. The selection of a proper statistic can be facilitated by using some sort of decision trees in systematic the process. Let us now work through an example for how statistical test might be selected and used to test a hypothesis. Cations in testing hypothesis. In using statistics to test hypothesis, there is a growing interest in meta-analysis. It is also important to remember that a single statistical acceptance of a hypothesis does not prove it to be true with absolute certainty. Statistical analysis software. Today, quantitative analysis is almost always done by computer programs, such as SPSS and Microcase with the use of online questionnaires. Another statistical analysis and data management system we developed for social science research and is available for personal computer PCs. Analysis of non-quantified data. The analysis of quantitative data differs from the analysis of quantitative data not only in the nature of the data but also in the nature of the process. Summary. Statistical methods are generally used for descriptive purpose and for statistical inference. The final interpretation of the analysis must be done by the investigation. Statistics can only facilitate the purposes.